Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Superman 84 and the final story of Superman 84, Lois Lane, Policewoman. It is the cover story, which they seem to be the most proud of. Unfortunately, this is one of those days that I kind of dread where I don't really have anything to say about the issue. It's not particularly very interesting in anything that happens in it. It's not like a unique story. It's forgettable. There isn't really much to say about it. I'm kind of reaching for things to say because honestly, everything I've said can be pretty much reused from previous videos. Like, I kind of hope they're shockingly bad, except than just the bare minimum of a Superman story. And this is the bare minimum of a Superman story. First of all, it's not really about Lois, even though it's Lois Lane, Policewoman. Both Clark and Lois become members of the police force because the police are tired of Superman getting all the attention on the newspaper. Now, that is something that could have set up an interesting idea. But what the story becomes is that Clark has to keep becoming Superman, leaving the job of wherever the hell he's stationed at, only to save Lois, and Lois looking really good because of that, so she gets promoted, and Clark getting in trouble because he left his job and getting demoted. And specifically, other newspapers picking up whatever the story was of Clark leaving and him making the Daily Planet look bad. So he has his job being threatened at the same time because Perry's unhappy about this. This happens, of course, the 3 times. And then eventually there is an ending. As endings go, it is a little better than usual. It's still a very quick resolution, but at least the ending's a little better set up with Clark having to actually save Lois with a bulletproof vest he's secretly hiding to explain why he's bulletproof. All he had to do was be somewhat heroic and do his job, kind of, to end the story, and he does it. What makes it less disappointing than, say, the other ones is it's basically set up. Also, it's never all that dire of a situation if all that needed to happen was Superman to put out a word for him, which is not what happens, but that is a very simple explanation of how he could have easily gotten out of this. It wasn't ever going to be very difficult for him to explain things away. Like the story where he ends up in space because it looks like he accidentally misquoted someone was a much harder thing for him to get out of than this. He's gonna save his job. There's no way around it with what has been set up in a Superman story. But the story has its 3 things, none of which are particularly memorable or all that dynamically interesting. Even with Superman dealing with the zoo and an elephant. And it just is a Superman story. It has nothing else to really say. It just exists. And I can't really fault it on being bad. I'm somewhat angrier at it trying nothing. But it's right there in the middle of, just existing. I can't really say it's good or bad. It just is ignorable. Okay, that is it from Superman 84. Lois Lane, Policewoman. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story, either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And why in God's name do you just let them go out without any sort of police training? Do not give Clark Kent a gun. Or Lois, for that matter. God, the danger she will get in. Okay, have a great day.